Welcome, dear viewers. We are about to embark on a fascinating journey through the illustrious pages of the Bible. This journey will lead us through tales of extraordinary women who, despite living in a world dominated by men, managed to leave an indelible mark on history. These are not mere stories, but lessons of faith, resilience, and leadership. They are tales of women who, in the face of immense challenges, showed unparalleled courage and made significant contributions to their communities and beyond. These women were not mere spectators in their stories. They were the protagonists, shaping the narrative and influencing those around them with their extraordinary faith and leadership. As we delve into these stories, we will uncover valuable lessons that can guide us in our own lives. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the empowering stories of these biblical women. Have you ever thought about how women in the Bible, despite living in patriarchal societies, managed to overcome immense challenges and make a difference? As we delve into the sacred pages of the Bible, we discover a treasure trove of women who, in their own unique ways, displayed strength, wisdom, and resilience. They were women who stepped up when others stepped down. They were women who dared to believe, to trust, and to act. They were women who, despite the odds, made a profound impact on their communities and left a lasting legacy. Let's consider Esther, a woman who found herself in a position of power as queen, but rather than use her position for personal gain, she risked her life to save her people. This was no small feat. It required an immense amount of bravery, cunning, and faith. Yet, Esther faced the challenge head-on, making a difference in a time and place where her voice could have easily been silenced. Then there's Ruth, a woman who embodied unwavering loyalty and faith. Despite the loss of her husband, she chose to stay with her mother-in-law, Naomi, venturing into a foreign land with no promise of a better future. But through her steadfast faith and loyalty, Ruth not only secured her own future, but also became part of the lineage of King David and ultimately Jesus Christ. And who can forget Mary, the mother of Jesus? She was just a young woman when she was told she would bear the Son of God. Yet she accepted God's plan with grace and courage, willingly stepping into a role that would change the course of history forever. These women were not just bystanders in their stories. They were active participants, shaping the narrative and influencing those around them. They were women of valor, women of faith, women of action. They were women who, despite the societal constraints of their time, stepped into their God-given destinies and made a difference. These women were not just passive observers in their stories. They were key players, shaping the narrative and influencing those around them. Challenges, no matter how daunting, are not insurmountable when we are equipped with faith and determination. Indeed, the Bible is rife with stories of women who faced extraordinary hurdles and emerged victorious through their unwavering faith. Let's take a moment to delve into these narratives and find inspiration in their resiliency. Consider Esther, a young Jewish woman in the Persian Empire. Her story is marked by courage and faith as she risked her life to save her people. She did not allow the fear of death to deter her. Instead, she held on to her faith, saying, "If I perish, I perish." Her determination and trust in God gave her the strength she needed to face the king and ultimately save her people. Then we have Ruth, a Moabite widow who chose to leave her homeland and follow her mother-in-law, Naomi, to Bethlehem. Despite the hardship of being a foreigner and a widow, Ruth remained steadfast in her faith. She worked tirelessly in the fields, and her diligence caught the attention of Boaz, who later became her husband. Ruth's story is a testament to the fact that faith and hard work can overcome even the most difficult circumstances. And let's not forget Mary, the mother of Jesus. She was a young girl when she was told she would bear the Messiah. Despite the potential scandal and the enormous responsibility, Mary responded, "I am the Lord's servant." Her faith in God's plan allowed her to face the challenges that lay ahead with grace and courage. These women, among many others, faced incredible trials and tribulations, yet they persevered, their faith unwavering, their resolve unbroken. Their stories serve as a beacon of hope, illuminating the path for those of us who may be in the throes of our own battles. So, when you are faced with challenges, remember these women. Remember their faith, their courage, and their determination. Draw strength from their stories and know that you too have the power to overcome. These stories remind us that our struggles are not unique, and with faith and courage, we too can overcome. Do we not often find strength in our relationships, drawing courage from those who believe in us? This is a powerful truth that resonates across the ages and is beautifully exemplified in the pages of the Bible. Let's delve into it. One of the most empowering relationships we see in the Bible is that between Naomi and Ruth. It's a story of two women from different generations and cultures, brought together by circumstances and bound by a mutual respect and support. Their relationship, marked by faith, loyalty, and love, is a testament to the strength of a supportive community. Naomi, a woman of experience and wisdom, becomes a guide to Ruth, her daughter-in-law. Ruth, in turn, becomes Naomi's strength in times of despair. Their story teaches us that empowering relationships are not about one-sided dependency, but about mutual support and respect. And let's not forget the profound friendship between David and Jonathan. Their bond, rooted in shared faith and mutual respect, was instrumental in David's journey to becoming a great king. This relationship reminds us that empowering relationships can also take the shape of friendships, providing us with the support and encouragement we need to face life's challenges. We also see empowerment in the relationship between Priscilla and Aquila. This married couple, known for their shared ministry, exemplified the power of a relationship rooted in shared purpose and mutual respect. They worked together, teaching and spreading the word of God, demonstrating that even in our closest relationships, we can empower each other to fulfill our God-given purpose. These relationships remind us that we are not meant to walk this life alone. We are designed for connection, for community. They remind us that in our relationships, we can find the courage to face challenges, the inspiration to pursue our dreams, and the strength to stand firm in our faith. So let's take a leaf out of these biblical examples. Let's foster relationships that empower us and others, relationships that are built on mutual respect, support, and a shared sense of purpose. In our relationships, we can find a source of strength and empowerment. So let's embrace these relationships. Let's empower and be empowered. Imagine what we could achieve if we embraced our God-given potential and stepped into leadership roles, just as the many biblical women did. Women today are called to rise above societal norms and step into the roles chosen for them by God. Take, for example, Deborah, a prophetess and judge who led Israel to victory. With faith as her shield, she didn't let societal expectations define her. Instead, she leaned into the role God had chosen for her, and her leadership brought peace to her people for 40 years. It is an empowering testament of how God's plan can transcend societal norms and expectations. Miriam, Moses' sister, is another shining example. She was a prophetess and a leader who played a crucial role in the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt. Her courage and wisdom were instrumental in guiding the Israelites through their journey. She was a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of faith and resilience. It's not always easy to embrace these roles, especially when they are challenging and countercultural. It can be daunting to step out of our comfort zones, to stand against the tide. But remember, God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. And when we step into the roles He has for us, we are stepping into His strength, His wisdom, and His unending love. These roles are not just about leadership in the traditional sense. They are about influence, about making a difference, about being a light in the world. It's about being a mother, a sister, a friend. It's about being a mentor, a teacher, a guide. It's about being a voice for the voiceless, a champion for justice, a beacon of hope. These women of the Bible were ordinary women just like us who chose to step into extraordinary roles. They embraced God's plan, leaned into His strength, and changed the world around them. They are a testament to the power of faith, the strength of a woman, and the grace of God. Embracing the roles God has for us can lead us to unexpected places and extraordinary victories. God's plan for us is always greater than we can imagine. So let's embrace it, step into our leadership roles, and see where it takes us. So what can we learn from these empowered women of the Bible? We've journeyed a myriad of stories and testimonies that showcase the strength and resilience of women in the Bible. They were ordinary women, much like us, who were blessed with extraordinary courage and faith. They faced trials, tribulations, and yet they stood firm, their faith unwavering. Their stories serve as a reminder that no matter the challenges we face, we too can overcome. We delved into the power of overcoming challenges. Life is a series of peaks and valleys, but it's through the valleys we grow. We learned through biblical examples that hurdles are not roadblocks, but stepping stones to a stronger, more resilient self. So, when we face our own trials, let's remember these biblical women and the strength they found in their faith. Our journey didn't stop there. We explored the importance of empowering relationships that uplift, inspire, and encourage us to be the best versions of ourselves. We learned that these aren't just about receiving support, but also about giving it. The biblical women showed us the power of community, of standing by one another, and the strength that comes from unity. Finally, we discussed the impact of embracing God's plan and leadership roles. We learned from these biblical women that God has a unique plan for each of us, a plan that often includes leading and guiding others. They taught us that leadership isn't about power, but about service, about making a difference in the lives of those around us. As we conclude, let's carry these lessons with us. Let's strive to emulate the resilience, the faith, and the servant leadership of these biblical women. Just like these women, we too can make a difference, overcome challenges, and leave a lasting impact on those around us. Remember, we are not alone in our journey. God is with us, empowering us each step of the way. Now, we end this journey. I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you found it enlightening. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know about our next biblical exploration, and by giving this video a thumbs up, you're helping more people discover these empowering lessons. So join us. Be part of our online community seeking wisdom and encouragement from the stories of the Bible. Stay with us as we continue our journey.